Hey all, welcome back to our channel and to day 13 of Vlogmas. Today we're doing things a bit different, no vlogs on the menu, but since many of you had questions about Shiba Inus, I wanted to share my own POV. And if you've been following us on IG, you know that a few days ago we celebrated Aoki's Gotcha Day, meaning that it has been a full year since I got him. I can't even believe it. Now, even before getting Aoki, I remember searching extensively about the breed, especially their character, as I wanted to be sure that I was a good match with the breed. I also know that some of you had the same questions about Shibas IRL. Are they aggressive, cuddly, tough to train? Well, with a full year under my belt, I can say a lot of things about Shiba Inus, and I'm sure that I will continue learning as Aoki grows up. But for now, I am giving an honest review on Shiba Inus. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first characteristic that made me tick is the fact that Shiba Inus are very cat-like, meaning that even though they have high energy peaks, they can also sleep quite a lot. I remember Aoki sleeping hours on end when he was a puppy, and even today he would sleep in until sometimes noon, depending on what we did the day before, and he would also sleep in the afternoon. It really depends on what we do, what the routine is, and what kind of exercise you do with them. But in general, I know that Shiba Inus, my friends Shiba Inus, do sleep a lot, so very cat-like. Remember that Shiba Inus used to be hunting dogs, but they are not working dogs compared to Australian Shepherds, for example, or Border Collies. So they can have high energy peaks, but they also can have very low energy throughout the day. With them being cat-like, they can also be very independent, meaning that they can be left alone for a long time. I've had left Aoki alone, home alone, for 6 to 8 hours sometimes, and that's great for people who cannot work remotely from home, people who need to work long shifts away from home, or if you need to go out with friends. This is a big plus for me because sometimes I like to enjoy things that I can't really bring Aoki with me, like going to the restaurants or going for a night out with my girlfriends, and also traveling. I know that Aoki will be fine without seeing me and not get too depressed when I leave, and this is not the case for every dog. Shiba Inus are independent and there is no way around it. Every Shiba Inu I know love their own space. They are amazing at managing their own self as well. I remember when he was a puppy, he played on his own for long minutes or even an hour, and he loves his own bubble. He also loves to share mine, and I've seen that over the last year, Aoki has changed very slowly, progressively. Today, he loves to be around me. He's always around, whether I'm working or in the kitchen. And he also gets sweeter. He shows his attachment to me, and he can share my space whenever he chooses to do so. He would cuddle with me on the sofa. I also noticed that during the night he would glue himself to my back or to my tummy so that we are kind of like spooning together. And it is like that ever since he turned around 10, 11 months. So of course it is different from puppy to puppy, from Shiba to Shiba. But in general, I would say that yes, they can be very independent and like their own space. But on the other hand, they do have their sweet puppy moments, and they would always find a way to show that they love you, they appreciate you, and that you are their human. If you are about to be a first time dog owner and you want a Shiba, then you know that many people would tell you that Shiba Inus are not the breed that you should pick as a first dog. Nonetheless, if you're up for the challenge, they can be very nice as first dogs. Aoki is my very first dog that I've had on my own. I, of course, had a family dog when I was a child, but it was not the same, so I can't really rely on that experience. And Aoki has been so good to me. I have really lucked out in terms of his character and personality. He's a very easy dog. So take my advice with a grain of salt. Every puppy is different based on their breeder, on their genes, also where they come from. So there's a full list of things that you need to consider before getting a Shiba Inu. But with that being said, I would say that Aoki can be hard to train, not because they don't know what to do, it's simply because they are stubborn. If they do not want to listen to you, if it's not the right timing, or if it doesn't make sense to them, they wouldn't listen. So the basic trick to this is to understand your puppy, and this comes with time, patience, and also a lot of practice. You will see that there is a way to make your Shiba listen to you. You just need to understand them, listen to them. They have their own way with you, and I've come to notice that Aoki knows how to trick me sometimes to doing things like going out or just playing with him when I'm working. They are very smart, so keep that in mind. They will always manipulate you in some way, and even if they do things that you don't like, this means that they know you don't like it, and so this is why they do so. One thing I remember Aoki doing very often is eating toilet paper because he knew this would get my attention. I would just stop working, stop cooking, and just pay attention to him. Something else he would do is scratching the balcony door to show me that, oh, mom, I really want to go potty. Let's go out. But he wouldn't actually need to go because I knew that we just came back, or it's just been an hour and now he's scratching to go out. It wouldn't make sense. So keep an eye on small things like that. And of course, it's trial and error. It takes time. Be kind to yourself. It's just experience at some point. Something else I would love to talk about is Shiba Inus being very loyal, and in certain situations he would always refer to me to assess his environment and to know how to kind of react to things, especially new things. And I can see that he keeps his circle of people very small. He knows who he can trust and won't let anyone within that circle. Are they snobbish? Yes, definitely. And yes, definitely. There were situations, well, a lot of situations where people would love to. There were a lot of situations where people would ask if they could pet Aoki, and he would not let himself get pet by strangers in the street if we're walking. Same for other Shiba Inus I know as well. So with that in mind, they're very loyal and refer to one or two people, especially if those people are training their Shiba, they are feeding the Shiba, so they're humans, they're their parents basically. Some of you have asked if Shiba Inus are the best option. Well, that depends on many things. It depends on you, on your schedule, on your lifestyle, and also on your own personality and character. So something I usually tell people is just, hey, write down a list with two columns. First would be your own personality, what you don't like, what you also would like to have as a dog, and depending on your own personality. And on the other side, write down all of the most common Shiba Inu traits that you can list down so that you know if it's a match, and talk to people you know who might have Shiba Inus as well. There are tons of forums, tons of blogs out there that are a huge help. So feel free to reach out to anyone who has a Shiba or several Shibas. That'd be best. If ever you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Aoki and I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done it yet. We'll see you tomorrow.